That's Hunter.
Yeah. It's the angry man is back. I'm back. That's right. Y'all ain't know that I can rock like that. Y'all ain't know that I can rock like that. Nah. Y'all ain't know that I can rock like that. Y'all ain't know that I can rock like that. Yeah. Listen. Y'all ain't know that I can rock like that. Y'all ain't know that I can rock like that. Y'all ain't know that I can rock like that. United we fall, divided we rise. That's all they ever see when they look in our eyes. I ain't the least bit surprised, and I don't even ask why I study. Looking for love and all we get is despise. They proper lying, what? Meaning they falsely prophesying, talking about we really living, but we steadily dying. Tired of mothers crying and fathers silently raging. There's gotta be a way to escape this situation now. Yup. Come on. Verse 2. We search for brighter days to escape the maladies, giving homage to the folks that passed away. I speak life with the words I say, and that's the weapon I use to keep the evil at bay. I don't play when it comes to mine. My rhymes speak of a revolution this time. It's by design, and I'ma drop these deposits. So if you scared, take your ass to the closet. Why? Let me tell you this. Let's go. I got one more verse for you. Get them off of that verse. Listen to me now. Verse 3. I drop gems, representing lugs and Timbs with backpacks. I got props like Black Moon, they want effect like Dons. I'm pouring mic like Nas. I'm the southern playalistic cat that beat them odds. I'm coming out hard. We coming out hard. Yes, sir. Y'all didn't know that I can rock like that. Ha. One time for your mind, representing for the deuce. That's right, put it down for the deuce tray. Let's go, it's the angry man. Haha. Peace. Well, I said all that, it was muted. I swear, y'all, technical difficulties. Simple things. So I guess nobody heard my little spiel, but hey, welcome to the weekend. Welcome to Trailblazerz Radio. I'm your host, Frederick Beaty, and we thank y'all so very much for tuning in with us tonight, man. Thank y'all for spending a Friday evening with us. We appreciate that, and we love y'all for that. So we are on several different platforms. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn. We're also on several audio streaming platforms such as Spotify, Amazon Music, Stitcher Radio, Deezer Radio, Radio Public, and so many more audio streaming platforms, y'all. So make sure however you take us in, take us in. And if you like our content, subscribe, hit bell notification so you'll be notified of our next podcast coming out. Man, keep your eyes on us and keep your ears on the ground for us because we got some good stuff coming to you guys. But before we get started tonight, man, I want to make this announcement because a good friend of mine have reached out to me and asked me to do this for her. And and knowing the type of person I am, I'm gonna oblige. So for my Trailblazers radio family out in Hillsborough County, Florida, there is a missing runaway juvenile, and we need your help to locate this young lady. Your lady's name is Brianna Scuderi. Um, she's from Valrico, Florida. She's a female, weight 140 pounds, height 5'2", eyes blue, gray. She's a white female, eyes brown. She left her residence on 10/30, hasn't returned. On October 30th, and she hasn't returned. So with anybody that knows of her whereabouts, please contact the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office at 813-247-8200. You don't have to say your name. You can remain anonymous when you do this. But please, if you know her whereabouts, please give a call. The Trailblazers radio family is praying for her safe return, her joyous and safe return back to her family. So if you have any information, contact the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office at the number I gave, 813-247-8200. Now, with that, with everything being everything right now, look, I'm excited, doubly excited because of the person that I have in the building with me tonight, man. First and foremost, this young lady is a very powerful very powerful woman of God. She is a loving mother, a loving wife, sister, and a daughter. And she comes from a very, very powerful family in Christ. And I can't say enough good things about this young lady, but y'all finna get to meet y'all finna meet her right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Trailblazer Radio welcome to my sister, Miss Yachika Rock.
Hey,
What's happening, sister?
everybody.
What's
Hey, bro. What's up? That was an amazing introduction. I was like, oh, that was so kind of you. That was
Look,
really kind of you. I am humbled. I'm honored that asked me to be a part of this, to come on. Um, I'm working on getting better with speaking. So, you helping pull me out of my element.
look.
So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for this opportunity to come on and share a little bit about what I got going on, a little bit about myself, and all of that good stuff. So not to kind of go off on a tangent, but just your intro, speaking of the young lady that that's missing or whatnot, that has a lot to do with my Shine Honey business,
Ooh,
dealing with young girls like that. So
we go get into that too. We go get into that. Most definitely go jump into the meat and bones of that. But I I put it like this, for as long as I've known you, you've always been this powerful lady, this powerful woman who when she speaks, everybody listens. And then on top of but you don't say a whole lot, but when you do say something, it's like a light bulb instantly turns on with you. Does that come from your mother or your father, or is it a combination of both?
it is an amazing question. Wow, you are absolutely correct. I don't speak a lot, but when I do speak, it has to mean something. And honestly, I would probably say there is a mixture in there from both my mother and my father. Um, I would probably say more so if I just had to pick and choose. I would probably more so say my father because he's more on the reserved, kind of laid back, low key, mellow type. But when he do come out, you just hear that roar, and it'd be like, "Oh my God, this man don't look like how he sound." And so I think that part comes more from him, but also my mom is entangled in it.
Look, I had the first hand experience with Apostle Rogers, but he don't say a lot. And he's a very observant dude. But when he do speak, yeah, you better listen
Yeah,
because it's gonna be a couple. You gonna miss some important nuggets and context.
yeah.
So, and that's one dude. I look but it's even being here in Georgia, man. I mean, my heart is still there with you guys in Florida. But I mean, it's it's all love over here for with me. I mean, one of these days I'm gonna make it back out there. We all go connected. It's gonna be like nothing that like we never lost time. But until that time, I got this opportunity to talk to you right here live in front of camera and microphone. So that's what
Yes,
we gonna do. So I
absolutely.
mean, one of the other things that I like that I've observed with you that
Mm-hmm.
the relationship that you have with your sisters,
Mm-hmm.
that is a very, very powerful relationship. You
Mm-hmm.
know, how does that relationship help you as an individual as as far as being a businesswoman, but also as far as being a woman of God?
So growing up as the oldest, I'm the oldest. There's five children, there's five of us, four girls and one boy. Um, and so I'm the oldest. So a lot of times I had to experience things for them to see, what to do, what not to do, the way to go, the way not to go. And so as we grew up, that bond and that connection just grew stronger and stronger to where now we push one another in any endeavor that we have going forward. I know you are aware of my sister in Chicago. Charmaine has her own clothing line, Flaw Clothing. And so we were closer in age. We were about a year or so apart. And then you had my middle sister, Monica, if I'm not mistaken, 7 years apart. And then my baby sister, Whitney, nine years apart. I could be wrong. And then it's my baby brother. And so I was off in college or I was off doing this as they was coming up, but it wasn't, I think, until we got older coming up and we got our own families and now we have our own children and we're keeping that connection with one another so they can all grow up like how we grew up in our household to, become these great women of God, um, become these great business owners, these entrepreneurs, these CEOs, to help push not only our vision, but then the vision of our mother and father for the ministry as well.
Ooh, now see, that's another question I wanted to ask you because see, and I guess for me it's a little different because I'm on the outside looking in because I
Right.
don't because I don't know the inner workings of a lot of things, especially when it comes to that. But how trying to wait, trying to find a way to I can ask this question so it makes sense.
Okay.
Explain how important it is to balance family life, work life, ministry life, and then entrepreneur life.
That is that is the what I want to say. That is the golden question. That is the literally. I was just talking to a friend of mine today at was it today or yesterday at work, and I was telling them I'm still learning. Every day we wake up, we learn something, or we should be learning something.
Right.
Nobody knows everything, nobody knows it all. And so every day I'm still learning how to balance motherhood, being a wife, being in ministry, being a full-time corporate American worker, having my own business. And now on top of that, I'm in school. So
Oh,
that is
yeah.
so that is a whole nother, another rock added on this online schooling and learning how to set time aside. One of the things that I do specialize in as an administrator, that's my skill, that's who I am. I'm the administrator at our church, I'm the administrator at my job. So one of the skills I have is administration, organization, prioritizing. And so that's what helps me stay balanced in all facets of life. I have to find time. Okay, when I come home, let me make sure to cook for my husband and my daughter. Okay, when I get home, let me make sure to go outside and play 30 minutes with her in volleyball. Let me make sure my husband is okay. Do you need anything? Okay, after that's done, let me take some time to now open up my laptop, see what assignment I have. Okay, so it's like prioritizing. I have to stay prioritized in my life to keep me balanced through it all.
Ooh, yeah, that's a hard thing to do.
It
Balancing
is.
everything.
It's
And
a skill. It's a skill set
I'm
that
still
people have to make it work. And I have had quite a few people ask me, Shika, how do you do it? Can you help me? How do you? And that's the key thing. You have to prioritize. You have to look at it and say, what is most important here? Is this really important for me to do today? Or can this wait later tonight? Or can this wait 2 days? What is most important? And then start from there and then start just working yourself down and put it on rotation and make it a routine and a habit, and it'll start getting easier. It'll start getting easier.
ooh, that I'm still trying to find a sweet spot with that because
You'll get it.
I know with me it's always if it's not one thing, I won't say it's not one thing, it's another, but the balance I'm trying to, I mean, the work life balance is cool with me. I'm cool with that because I know once it says quitting time, I'm off. I don't gotta come back to that laptop again until tomorrow, until the next morning. But the part of it that's the difficult part for me is that I have this business and I have to manage it manage it the same way that I manage my job. And between uploads and downloads and then scheduling, talking to prospective guests and then promotions. Yeah, I'm trying to find that sweet spot. And this it's a it's I will say it's difficult because
Mhm.
you're trying to put all these things in their proper lane so they all can travel together. They all can travel together and not bunch up or cause an accident. So BG, we might have to talk. We might have to have a little conversation about that because I'm trying to find a sweet spot and I haven't found it yet.
I can help you. I can help you. I used to have my own my another one of mine. I'm like a serial entrepreneur. I used to have an organization business. So yeah, anytime I'm here to help.
Look here,
At least give you an outline to kind of keep you on track. And once you get that outline together, doing it daily, like I said, it'll become a routine and a habit, and you'll get it. You'll get
that's
it.
what's up. That's what's up. I love that, man. I mean, it's the other thing that I respect about you is the simple fact that when you do talk, you're not afraid. You're not afraid to speak your mind. You say what you have to say, irrespective of what it may be interpreted as. But you've always said things with respect, with like how could there's a way that I want to put it because we've had conversations before, and I was always amazed at how you would say something that would normally sound harsh,
Right.
but it came out with care and respect. I'm like, huh?
Ah,
What is
yes.
now? I'm gonna assume that comes from your mom, but I
Exactly.
would assume that it comes from your mother
And that's
because I know she's the
exactly,
same
yeah.
way.
That's
Yeah.
exactly where it comes from. And that again is funny. And I was laughing because I've heard that before. Um, I've heard it said Sheikah knows how to get her point across and say things to people in a nice way. Um, and I learned that from my mother. I tell her almost every day we talk, thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your guidance, for training me, because I have to be keen before I speak. Because my intent is never to hurt anybody, to
Right.
downplay, to down talk nobody, to be negative. That's not what I'm about. But what I'm about is getting, getting my point across using wisdom. That's what she says. Shika, use wisdom, and you got to use wisdom. Use wisdom. So it's embedded in my head now. Every time I talk, use wisdom because my what I'm saying is not to be offensive. It's not to make anybody feel bad, but it's to say what I'm trying to say using wisdom. The saying is so true. It's not what you say, but it's how you say it.
And that makes a difference. That makes a
Yeah,
difference between hurt feelings and somebody just like, oh, I didn't know that maybe but I didn't think about it that way.
yeah,
And
yeah,
speaking of your mom and your father, speaking of your mom and your father, speaking of
yeah.
prophetess and apostle,
Hmm.
how much I won't say credit.
Yeah.
How much not influence? Well, influence, yes, but
Mhm.
how much of a footprint have they left on you from birth till now?
All of
And
it.
ooh, well, ooh wee. And I was gonna say, you know what, because of that footprint,
Yes.
what is it of them that you can that you wish to that you want to impart on other people, that you want to project to other people? Not just about them, but also about you as a whole.
Right. Um, I think my mother said it best, and if I'm not mistaken, it went something like this. Their their ceiling is basically my ladder.
Ooh, I love that.
Their ceiling is my ladder. So what they've built, what they've instilled, what they taught me, how they raised me is now my ladder to step up on that. What they and then carry that on. I'm carrying on the legacy. I'm carrying on the lineage. I'm reaching out to the hurting, the wounded, the depressed, the oppressed, those that low self-esteem, those that have been through divorce, those that have had miscarriages, those that have had abortions, those that have lost loved ones. I'm now everything that I've listened to. I'm now 43 that I can remember from when I was young up to this point. Everything that they've instilled from my mother and my father teachings have now been imparted into me. And now I'm able to
Ooh.
instill that into others, like minded people. Um, but as my mother says, people have to have a will to do. You got to have a want to. I can want it for you, but you have to want it for yourself. And until you want it for yourself, then the change that I'm trying to get you to is not going to come to fruition. And so they've taught
Ooh-wee.
me this. They've instilled this into me to just show people love. The Bible says, by my loving kindness have I drawn them. So that's all I do. And we often have the stigma, PKs, preacher kids.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah.
we often have a stigma, that we think we're all that, or we're high and mighty, or we this, that, and the other. And in all reality, when people come to meet me, I can't speak for others, but when people come to meet me, they say, "Oh my God, you are so down to earth. I would have never thought." You know, it's called again balance. You got to have
Yep.
balance in your life. You can't be all spiritual, churchy, kingdom, but you're not earthly good. How you gonna help anybody? So you got to balance yourself, and that's the main thing they taught me, Shika. You have to balance yourself. You have to be able to draw and win people like you, draw and win people that's not like you. So it's like a lot that we could talk about in my mom and dad. That the way that I am and how I operate, it stems from them saying
Look,
fruit don't fall from the tree. I'm
it
just
really doesn't. It
I'm
really
just a
doesn't.
piece of the fruit.
Look, it really doesn't because, like you said, you have a mix of both you and your mom, your father and your mother, and both of
Yeah,
them are both are to me are just very knowledgeable, and that's something that I admire about them. But also what I admire about you is that you take that and you. I mean, and this is not to say that all your brothers and sisters don't do this, but I've seen you take what's been said and you literally take that ball and you take that rock to the end zone. And I'm like,
and I run with it. Yeah,
oh yeah, take it to the end zone. It's like there's no stopping with that. Nobody's gonna get you, tackle you, or none of that stuff. And what I like about what I admire so much about you is that if there's an issue, it's gonna best believe number one is gonna get solved. The best number two is gonna get solved the right way. And I like how you approach that because you do everything what I call the right way.
Oh, that's a blessing.
Oh, look
That's
at
a
here.
blessing.
Blessings is the pleasure. Look here. The pleasure
That's
is
a
all.
blessing. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's a blessing to actually hear that. People may say it from a distance, but to actually hear somebody say, you know, how much of a blessing or the person
It
I
is.
am. You don't hear that quite often. So that's a blessing.
Well, see that now you get to look forward to hearing it more often.
Amen to that.
But that's
Amen.
right. That's right. So let's talk about this organization, man, because I know we touched on it a little bit earlier. So first of all, where did the idea of Shy Hoodie come from?
Okay. First of all, the name Shine Honey. I don't know if you remember, but when I greet people, when I speak to people, I'm always saying, "Hey, honey, how you doing, honey? So good to see you, honey." So that was me, honey, 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 honey. That's just my greeting, my salutation, greeting to everybody, honey. And so it was. I don't remember where I was, but I could have been in my car, could have been at work. I don't remember exactly the spot. But the Lord had just placed on my heart on dealing with young women, specifically the ones that are troubled, at risk, need help, may feel alone, like they're by themselves, nobody. I just had a burden at that specific time for women. And so when I felt this burden, I spoke with my mother about it. And she said, "Well, Shika, if that's the burden that the Lord placed on your heart, then you need to do something." And I said, "Okay." So I went before the Lord in prayer, and I was like, "Okay, Lord, this is a burden. How do you want to lead me? What is it that I can do? What is it that I can start? How can I get this going?" And so that's how Shine Honey became, because I said, um, young ladies, girls, teens, young adults, however old they are, I wanted them to understand that no matter the situation, no matter the problem, no matter the circumstance, if you fail in life, that you're able to get back up. And not just get back up, but shine when you get up.
Ooh.
Shine. We're all allowed second chances. God is a forgiving God. First, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th chance. So when you get back up, make sure to shine, and shine no matter what environment you're in, no matter what happens to you in life. If you come up pregnant and you're not married and you're a teenager or you're an adult or whatever, learn from it, forgive yourself, pick yourself up, and then move on and shine. Shine doing it. So that's where Shine Honey derived from. And so I started Googling, I started looking at places that I can get to that dealt with young ladies. And so I came across the juvenile detention delinquent center here in Hillsborough, one of them. And the Lord made a way that the door opened. I was favored to be able to get in, got on my fingerprints, my background check, all that done. And so every Thursday I would go in there and actually mentor the young girls. They,
Ooh.
they're runaways, sex trafficked, they're on drugs, um, they're in trouble. And every 21 days is like a system, a revolving door that they're in for 21 days. Once 21 days out, they're back on the street. Well, guess what? If they don't have a family or somebody there that loves them or somebody there for them to go back to, they're going to end right back up in that system. And so this is what Shine Honey does. We strive to inspire, to uplift, to aspire, and educate at-risk young ladies by creating a sense of well-being for them to shine no matter the environment. We bring positivity to communities by offering positive events. That's where the fashion show came in at. We promote second chances in life. Like, okay, you failed, and we all fail. Get back up and keep pushing.
Right.
And then we drive life skills, life lessons, reading, learning how to use the internet, learning how to cook, about hygiene, education, all of that. So that's what Shine Honey is about. And our objective, the main thing that I'm trying to do, So when these girls, so it don't be a revolving door in the system, is I want to have my own transitional home. I want to eventually have a home for the young ladies to transition to once they get out of the juvenile system. And
Wow.
there we will, work with them. We'll be there for them. Hey, we're your support system. So eventually, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get
Wow. I love that because that's important, especially with especially with Florida being like the number 3 state in the country being well for sex trafficking. That's a
there.
huge that's a huge
Yes,
thing down there. And
yes,
to be able to catch those girls at those young ladies at that
yes,
particular time in their lives, or better yet, in those situations to where they're runaways or they're in and out of the juvenile system to be able to reach those young ladies at those points in their lives is important because Lord knows what would happen if they were to stay in that system. And like you said, it's a revolving door. 21 days in, and then they go right back out. But then they go right back in for another 21 days. And that's a revolving door that nobody wants to continue to walk through, especially for a young lady, because then that kind of instills a sense of instills despondency. Um, it removes hope, it removes a sense of confidence and a sense of urgency. And the simple fact that you guys are what you're doing is reinstilling those values and those concepts in these young ladies is amazing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they need it. They need it, and I think what helps them even more is when I come in, they kind of look at me like, like I got it all together, and I have to let them know. Listen, I was once 13. I was once 20. I don't look like what I've been through or where I came from, but I have a story to tell. And then when I tell them, they be like, "Oh my God,
Eyes all wide.
oh my God!" So then they can relate, and then those walls and those barriers break down, and then they open up more. And then they want to get in contact with me when they leave, and of course, here's my information. When you get out, matter of fact, when we had the fashion show, I told them their criteria was for them to stay out. If they stayed out, then they could be a part of my show. So that,
Wow.
that that's ultimately what Shine Honey is about, is to help the young ladies. And I did have an age limit, but the more that God deals with me, I really can't put an age limit on it, because there may be some women that's 25 or 30 or 40 or whatever, but mentally in their mind they're not that age, and they're still dealing with some trauma and some issues, and they're just like, if somebody could help me. And so I'm revamping some things for this new year with Shine Honey. We're revamping some things, yes.
The simple fact that you just mentioned that you're revamping and kind of looking at things in a larger perspective speaks volumes because, like you said earlier, there are people, women and men alike, but you're speaking primarily to women. So there are women who have gone through those traumas, um, sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, or they've been in and out of the system, and every time they get out, they don't know how to make the adjustments or transition properly. Or you have with like the women that's been sex trafficked, and they're trying to transition to what they consider a quote unquote normal life, and they find it difficult. So the simple fact that you're looking at everything from a larger perspective speaks volumes because there's a need for all those things that you mentioned. Not only in Hillsborough County where you live, but probably in the state of Florida as a whole,
Right.
and also
Absolutely.
the nation at large too, because I don't think there's not enough. I personally don't think that there's not enough programs in place for women, especially women of color,
Yeah.
because that's different. That's a difficult ride in and of itself. To continue to be looked at as someone that goes through a revolving door all the time, or for someone that's looked at as someone who's been through generational trauma or cursed generational trauma, or worse. and then you try to look, you try to reach out for help, and every time you reach out for help, somebody's smacking your hand away,
Mhm.
or somebody's telling you no, you can't, or that's not, you can't do that, or that's not possible. That's disheartening. And like I said, that introduces despondency, that introduces depression, that introduces all the negative things that these young ladies and women are trying to escape, or trying to get rid, or try to eliminate. And you're out here doing the work by instilling those things back to them, and giving them a sense of pride and confidence. More importantly, you're giving them a sense of freedom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm reminded as I'm sitting here listening to you, that the scripture tells us, he says to go out into all the world. And so my aim is, I'm a church girl, but the work is outside of the church, okay? Majority of the people in the church know about God.
Right.
And he says, I didn't come for those that's well, but I came for those that's sick. So I'm taking my mission, I'm taking my work, my commitment outside of the four walls of the church to go to where the hurting is at. Okay,
That's it.
because everybody may not come into a building. And so I'm going to where they are at, because he told us that go into the world outside of the four walls of a building. And so that's
Gotta
that's 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 where the main work is at. It's
gotta be
outside.
outside the four walls, man, because
It's outside.
because you can't speak to people inside the building, because
They may
they
not come.
yeah,
They may not come.
yeah, because they quote unquote already got it, but the people outside don't got it.
That part. Yep.
So what have you come across any difficulties as far as, like, when it comes to speaking with these young women, or what sort of pitfalls have you come across, and how did you come across a solution to solve them?
Um, to be honest, I really have not come across too many pitfalls as far as they're concerned. Um, because they to me are looking, they're just looking for love. They're looking
Right.
for someone, they, anybody to come and wrap their arms around them. And I'm telling them, you know, you're looking for love in all the wrong places. And
Right.
so um, sometimes, it's more so just having the wall up, having their bars up. That's more so of the pitfall until they get to know me and until I get to go in there on a weekly basis or bi-weekly or, you know, once a month or however often I'm able to go in there. Then it's like, okay, they get to coming down. But for a while, they'll just sit there and just look at you and just like it's like trying to pull nails and teeth, out of the person and just
Right.
pulling, just sitting there talking. And I'm like, okay, are they hearing me? Are they paying attention to me? Are they understanding me? So that probably would be the only, I wouldn't say pitfall, but kind of just like a, you know, caution. Like,
Right.
hold on, let us get to know you first. um, but that's really it. So far, yeah, that's really it.
So I mean, that's a natural response. People do have their walls up because just for it is a new experience or a new person, and they don't
Hmm.
want to give you too much of themselves because they don't know you, and they're
Right.
and they're kind of leery about that, and they don't want to cross over their bridge because they don't want to get hurt. And then when they get hurt, they shrink back to where they are, to who they
Yes.
are.
Right.
So how do you prevent that part of it when they do open up and they get to a point to where they do shrink back to where they were, or the best term I can use is called turtle up.
Hmm. Hmm. Where they
So
go
how do
back
you
in
how
the
do you handle
jail.
that? How do you handle that part of it?
Basically, it's like repetition. It's like feeding a baby. It's like my mother, when she teaches, she does it repetitiously. She does it in series because she says, sometimes some people are quicker to understand the thing, sometimes some people aren't. And so we have to, feed them repetitiously, repetitiously, repetitiously. And so that's what I have to do literally. Like, okay, now Sarah, like 2 weeks ago, you was just in here laughing and joking and this, that, and the other. Now I see you over in the corner by yourself. What's going on? what's going
Right.
on. And so I have to have that one-on-one with them sometimes to, pull them layers off, or as my mother and father say, peel them layers off that onion. Underneath is an onion, but that you gotta peel the stuff off before you get to the onion. And
There you
so I
go.
have to help peel these layers off of these girls so they know it's okay. It's okay to be you. And it's
Right.
okay, to sometimes go back in your corner by yourself, but you can't stay there. And so here I come again back in. We're gonna do the same thing over and over until you learn, we're gonna do the same thing over and over until you learn. If I gotta come in here and we teach the same lesson that I just taught y'all last week, then that's what we're gonna do.
We gonna do it again and again
Yes.
until you get it
Yes.
right.
Until you get it. Absolutely.
And I think one of the things that I've always said here on this platform, especially when it comes to like getting to know who we are, but also learning how to deal with ourselves, but also learning how to deal with other people,
Hmm.
is sometimes you have to get to the point of who you are. I always call it getting to that little boy, that little girl that dwells in all of us.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
we got to get to that part and understand who that person is before we can even think about dealing with somebody else, dealing with somebody else.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
If
Yep.
you don't know who you are, you don't know that little boy, that little girl that dwells in you, then how can you relate to that little boy, that little girl that dwells in somebody else that you're trying to relate to?
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And so because of that little girl that I once was when I was younger, I was timid. I was shy. I was quiet. I was to myself. I was, scared to talk in front of people. I was scared to get up in front of people. People were staring at me, and it's like I'm ducking behind, like so they want to see. I was that, I was that type of person, and to see my daughter like kind of come up in them same footsteps. She didn't got better. She didn't came a long way, but seeing how she just was quiet and to herself, and really wouldn't say nothing to people. I'm like, that used to be me. And so that's how I, can relate to these other, like that used to be me. I know what they're going through. I know, but now, look where I am now. And so you're right. We have to go back sometimes to that little boy, that little girl that we used to be, to now see that in other people to be able to help them, because we can't help people if we ain't ever dealt with nothing, if we haven't been in a place. How can I relate to somebody that had a baby out of wedlock if I never had a baby out of wedlock? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to be able to experience stuff, deal with stuff, get over stuff, deliver from stuff, to then be able to be the solution for somebody else's problem.
Look at him. Too spoken like a true business person, spoken like a true innovator, man. That's what's up, man. I mean, and when you talk about your daughter, talk about your daughter Anika, you how does I do want to ask you this. How does you guys are with each other all the time because you're mother and daughter, but how has her seeing you come out of your shell helped
Hmm.
her come out of hers?
You know why? Because I'm the type of mother that I'm just not going. I know where I came from, and I know when you're like that, it kind of stagnates you. It kind of keeps you in a box. It's like you're just boxed in because you don't know how to communicate with people. You don't know how to get along with people. You don't know how to socialize with people. And then you become this introvert.
Ooh,
You can't stay like that in a society and a culture that we live in nowadays.
nope.
Baby, what I'm gonna need you to do is grow out of that. That's what
And
I'm gonna need
quickly.
you to do. So an example of what I start doing with her, me and my husband, what we start doing with her is like, just an example, when we go to McDonald's drive-thru, guess what? We roll her window down and make her order. You're going to learn to talk. You're going to learn to speak to people. You're going to learn how to become responsible. You're going to learn how to handle this stuff. But we have to make you, because if we don't, you're gonna be stuck in a society and a culture that is just they just
Everybody
getting it. They just getting it. And
yep,
so, making her doing stuff like that with like, you got to speak to these people. You got to talk to these people. When we go to your school, they ask questions. I just look at her. She's looking at me like I'm an answer. No, you're going to answer. And so, just being that mother, because I know how I used to be, just being that mother is then going to help her, being that example. I'm the only mother that she sees. And my
Right.
father always taught us when we was younger, children can only be what children see. And so I have to be that example in front of her so she can be like, well, she told me a few Sundays ago, and I ain't even know, because this whole generation and they lingo. I was like, what that mean? But she was like, she said, Ma, you ate that. I was like, what did I eat?
Like,
That ain't
what?
what it meant.
Like, hold on, what? What'd you say?
That ain't what it meant. But she was like, Ma, you ate that. And just to hear her say that, I was like, okay, she's coming out her shell. She's, she getting it. She's intermingling with people at her school. She's taking pictures with girls. She's dressing up with girls. Hey, Ma, can I go to the movies? Why? Because she sees a mother in her that ain't gonna let her do nothing but come up out of that.
Yeah. And
Because I can't be nowhere teaching somebody else child in a delinquent center. My child over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's
exactly.
what's gonna happen.
Exactly. And I think that's a huge part to, like, to number one, to a lot to your experiences, but also I also attribute that to your mother and your father as to what they taught you too. Because I'm
Right.
pretty sure they saw you in the corner, like, and they're like, not this one. Come on here, Gail. We finna get you out here socialize.
All right. No, you're gonna get up in front of these people and you're gonna talk, and I'll be like,
What? I don't wanna.
I gotta say something. So yes, it's like they listen. I attribute it all to them. They have pulled me. They have pushed me. They're still pushing me to do what God has called me to do. And so it's because of them I'm even able to do any of this.
Man, look, and that's a good thing, because, like I said, and I see where it comes down from one person to the next, and then to the next.
Hmm.
It comes from your mom and your dad, and then you impart the same things to your daughter,
Right.
and and then when she gets older and she has kids, she's gonna impart the same thing to her children, and then her children's children. That's just gonna continue to go down the generations
Absolutely.
until and
Absolutely.
and that's an awesome thing, man. So I want you to tell everybody about the fashion show that you had, man. This
Yes.
awesome, this collaboration with Charmaine, and oh
Yes.
man, look, and
Did you
I
see the pictures? Did you see the
I
video?
did. I saw those pictures. Oh my goodness, man. And a couple of the videos, like, oh, I like, wow, that is an awesome thing. So
And
tell
the,
us about that fashion
and
show, man.
yes, and the killer party is that was my first show ever. First show ever. So I
Without
didn't
a
know.
hitch.
Thank you. I didn't know what I was doing, nothing about fashion, nothing about nothing. Thank Beyond to God that get through it. And because I am an organizer, that was a major plus through the
Right.
whole thing, because I was able to outline, okay, this is what I envision. I want this person here at this time. I want this person here at this time. Okay, this is gonna happen next. That's gonna the flow and the process and all of that was just from me being orderly, like organization. This is, everything. Everything
Yep.
didn't happen that way, but for the majority. But y'all saw, it was good.
Right.
But it was amazing. We had, I want to say, maybe close to 18 models, and I had to cut back. I think two or three of them because it was just too many. My casting call, my model call, I was shocked. I'm like, nobody really knows Shine Honey. Nobody really knows what it's about. Nobody. And when I tell you the day of, I seen people coming. I was like,
Ooh.
I said, oh my God, this is amazing.
Look, I
So
know you
yes,
like,
the model showed up. I want to say I had five designers. Four of them were local here in Tampa, and then my sister had like spotlight from Chicago. We had to save the best for
the
last. It
last.
is what it is. Um, And so she flew in, she put on the bomb set. All of the designers were really good. We had some boutique owners, we had some people that actually made their own clothes. We had that, we had the videographers, we had the photographers, we had the DJ, the music, we had vendors. I mean, it was good. The turnout was good. The parking lot was packed. I'm like, now, seeing this, and it was such a success that people are asking me, like, you should do this 2 times a year. You should do this twice a year. And I'm like, do y'all know how much this took? How much it took to go into this? I don't know about 2 times a year, but what I can say is we will do it annually. So it
There you
went over
go.
so good that now we're going to make it an annual event. So
There you go.
July 2024 next year, we're going to run it back. We're going to
Yep.
run it back. We're going to be bigger and better.
Yeah, because I had Richard on the platform, but he talked a little bit about that. Said he was a vendor there. He said he
Yes,
had a good time. I was like, bro, I wish I was there.
it was so nice. We had food. Oh my God. We had, I had what you call them, giveaway raffles, baskets with all type of stuff. It was really nice. It was really nice. It was really nice. And all the proceeds and everything that was raised is going to Shine Honey account. So that can be my starting ground. So when my grants come through and all of that, the monies get the flowing in from the government, that's just going to be added on to get my Shine Honey house established.
There you go. There you go. And the,
Yes.
the collaboration with Charmaine. Oh, look here. Look. I'm not even for the front right now. I've been trying to get your sister to come to my platform for the better part of 3 years.
Let me find out. Is she on here? Can you see?
Nope. I've been trying to. We've talked about it,
Mm,
and yeah, we talked about it. We talked about having her come up, and we talked about her business and things like that. But it didn't pan out.
I got
And I
you.
was and I was like, and I was gonna try to pursue it again. And like, yeah, look, that I don't want to do this, and they don't pan out again. And it,
I
and,
got
and, I,
you.
and I know what,
Don't even, don't even worry
and,
about it.
and I know,
Don't
so
worry about
I know she
it.
does her
Yeah,
creative thing, and
yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, let me hold off on that. But I've been wanting to get her up on here and talk about flawed for the longest of times.
And I mean, she's booming. It's just, it's mind blowing. Like, where did you get this talent from? But our father was just, he was just imparting. It's just funny that we're talking it, but he was just imparting into us today. My father telling us, that creative being, that we have DNA of royalty, and all all that's in us. That creative being was in us before we was born, and so I may be in it on this side, but she's in it on that side. And then you got Monica doing her thing, Whitney doing her thing, my brother doing her thing, and so it's all, working together for our good. It's working together for our good. And so, but she came down here, and it was just like, I mean, I said, I want that. I want that. I need that. Yes, I need
Biggest
that
supporter
bucket hat.
and
I need
shopper.
that cardigan. I need this. I need that, because all of her stuff is literally, she hands make it.
Handmade.
Yes, everything she does, she hand makes, from pictures to shoes to purses to, I mean, everything. It's like, but yeah, I'm gonna get around the chef. I'm gonna get on here.
Because I actually been looking. I got this idea for like a hoodie, but I want to, but
Mhm.
I, but I want to blow it past her first
Okay.
and see what
Okay.
see what you think about it. Because and if we gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I
She's
mean,
gonna be on.
the simple fact that yeah, everybody came out to support you, and they came and they lit, and the parking lot was packed, and
It
everybody
was.
blew the whole house was full, and everybody did their part.
Yes, everybody came in and did their part. I was just, I mean, I was literally speechless. I probably shed one tear, but then I caught myself. I said, I ain't gonna cry. So, but it was, I mean, it was to the point that I'm saying, me and everybody else is saying that you can't have it there next year because it was too small. It was too small. I mean, I listen, it was my first show and the turnout and the way the people supported, I am still to this day very appreciative. I'm so appreciative of
And the thing of it is, when you have a cause or you
that.
have a
Yeah.
vision
Right.
and a drive for something, people are gonna come out. They're gonna support.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like,
True.
and people. And I noticed with some people, a lot of people will support not just that they'll support the strength of the vision and not just and some people just come out just to support on the strength of you because of who
Right.
you are, because
Exactly. Exactly.
who you represent and how you carry yourself, and
Yeah.
that's big volumes too. So
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
like, when I saw those pictures, I was like, wow, that
Yes.
was
I mean,
awesome. And then,
it was like so, it was like, I mean, it's so awesome. I still go through my pictures today and just like, wow, we did that. We
yes, you
put on a
did.
whole show and it was amazing. And so, I mean, I have still people in my inbox today saying, hey, if you need a photographer, I'm available. If you need this, I'm available. And so, doing that, which is what I wanted anyway, was networking. So that
Right.
opened up other doors for vendors that to meet other vendors, for models to get maybe other jobs from other people that seen them, which actually happened. One of the
Wow.
designers in my show is now having her show. And she reached out to me and she said, hey, Shika, can I use some of your models from your show? And I said, see, that's what it's all about. Offering those opportunities and for people to network because guess what? People that I know, you may not know. People that you
Right.
know, I may not know. But when we get together, then they'll be like, oh, okay, y'all remember that Trailblazer radio show she was on? Yeah, let's
Right.
get them to do, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what networking is all about. You push me, I push you, and we're gonna watch God work.
That's it. And then we all go climb to the top together.
Yes,
And
yes,
the thing of it is, for me, I prefer I prefer to reach down to pull up.
absolutely,
A lot of
absolutely.
people a lot of people don't have that mentality or that mindset, but for me, that's been my mentality, been my mindset.
Hmm.
I want to reach down so I can pull up. And
Absolutely.
I don't care if someone surpasses me on the ladder. It doesn't matter. I mean, as long as we're still climbing, you go get to the top before I am. But the thing for me is that when I get to the top, we gonna be at the top together. We gonna celebrate. But
We're gonna
I'm
be there together.
I
Yes.
I've never been that type of person to be like, well, they are the top before me, and I've never been that type of individual to be jealous of another person or be spiteful of another person just because they're up here and I'm down here. I don't. That doesn't matter to me because guess what? At the end of the day, we all bleed red.
We all bleed red. We all put on our pants like one pants at a time, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
But it's just like where we're in now talking about Nehemiah arising in building, just like Nehemiah. You may be on this part of the wall building, but guess what? I'm on this part building. We're both building. So your side maybe get done faster, and I may need a little bit help on this side. But we both building, and we're both going to get there. You may get there faster. You may not get there faster. It's not even a competition thing. It's not even a competition thing. It's where we're helpers one to the other. Where you
Oh,
may be weak, I may be strong. Where you're strong, I may be weak. We can help each other get to the top instead of competing and being jealous and envious and all that. It's like I support you. I got you. And it's
yeah.
okay.
I got your back. I got your six, but I got your six, love. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. It's all good. We're gonna get there.
Yep, eventually. We'll be. I mean, and I'm of that ilk. Because a lot of those things that your mom and dad have taught, a lot of this stuff, a lot of those teachers have rubbed off on me, but it's also helped shape a perspective for me.
Absolutely. That's what it was supposed to do. Yes.
And also
Yes.
puts me in mind of a lot of things that I post on Facebook, especially when it comes to brothers and things of that nature, and also how I view things now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the way that I see stuff now is like the blinders were on at first, but now that certain experiences have happened and certain things have it transpired. I'm like, okay,
Mhm, mhm,
bigger
mhm.
picture now.
Right, right. And that's what you're supposed to do. It's supposed to enlighten you. Things that we go through, things that we deal with in life are lessons to be learned. This is what I teach in Nika. You always get something positive. Don't look at stuff negative. Don't look at stuff like you're defeated. No, there was a lesson in this that you were supposed to learn. God, what is this that you're trying to teach me? Get something positive out of it.
Right.
And then keep pushing. Keep pushing. It's gonna only make you stronger. It's called enlightenment, being enlightened.
Exactly. Because if you're not learning the lesson, then you then you're probably just gonna fail. You're just gonna fail at it and fail at it again.
Yeah.
And I don't believe it. I believe in failing, but I believe in failing forward.
Mhm. That's good. That's good. That's
I'm not
good.
gonna fail backwards. I'm gonna fail forward because the lesson is forward, not backwards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Something
That's
else. So
good.
that's something I'm trying to trying to teach
That's
a
real
friend
good.
of mine about certain aspects of his life. Like, dude, if you go fail forward.
Fail forward. That's really good.
That and like, look, I am so I'm so proud of you, sis, because
Oh,
this what you're doing out there in Florida it's gonna impact lives. It's gonna you know your first event impacted lives, no doubt. I have no doubt of that. And
yeah.
then your future events are gonna do the same thing. And you did the only thing I want to tell you is keep going.
Thank you.
Keep going.
Thank you.
Keep pushing that needle forward. Keep pushing that rock. And don't worry about if the next event's a whole bunch of people don't a lot of people don't show up. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Keep at it.
Yeah.
Keep getting at it.
Right.
But I mean, with you having support of your mom and your dad and your brothers and your sisters,
Mm-hmm.
that it ain't gonna be an empty house. It's gonna be people there. It's gonna be people there. I guess it's gonna be people there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you have the biggest support system in your family, and I want you to keep that in mind as you continue to move forward because you already know that your family is your biggest supporter,
Yes.
and they're gonna continue to be that as you keep pushing this vision forward. And even when you get to that even when you get to that transitional house that's part of your
Yes.
vision,
Yes.
they're still gonna be standing there with you as when you break ground on their house.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have a slew behind me.
Look at here. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yo, that's what's up. I love the fact that your fam has your back with this.
Yeah.
That they completely and totally support you in this, and they completely back you up, but they also hold you accountable too.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
I love the fact.
Absolutely.
I love that, man. Look, I'm,
Absolutely.
I'm so proud of you. I'm excited. I'm excited for you too because there's so much. You got a lot of stuff coming down the line that's going to be going on. So let everybody know what you got coming.
Jesus.
Let everybody know what you got coming. I know you got something. I know you got something brewing. Come on now, don't be shy.
Well,
Spill the beans.
I just told you. I just told you. You know, we're working on the second show.
Right.
Um, the second show we're going to do like a sneaker ball theme. So
Oh.
that's gonna be real dope. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. I'm gonna give me a fresh pair of KDs to put on my feet.
Oh.
You hear I say KDs, not Jordan, not no LeBron, but some KDs. Yeah.
You you know what? You've always been a fan of KD, no matter where
Yes,
you go. No matter
long as
where
you
you
know,
go.
long as y'all know. So yes, we're gonna have a sneaker ball theme for the fashion show 2024. Just FYI, so y'all go ahead and start preparing to get y'all kicks and y'all ball gowns and y'all up to do dresses and suits and all that good stuff. Um, we're working on that. I also, like I said, I will have my master's in applied ministry the spring of 2025.
Ooh, congratulations in advance.
Yes, I will have my master's in applied ministry spring of 2025. So I have like a year and a half left of that.
Ooh,
Um,
I know you like finally.
yes, yes, because taking off, breaks between here and there. If I would have just went ahead and did it when I was younger, but God knows all, and it's the process and the journey that I had to take. So I'm grateful for it all. And the last thing I'm gonna quietly say is just be prepared for the Shine Honey book.
Ooh,
Just be prepared for the Shine Honey book. It's on the horizon.
that's quiet as it's kept, y'all.
That's it. That's
That's it.
it.
That's
That's
it.
all I can say.
That's all you can say for now. But trust me, I'm gonna have you back up, and we're gonna talk more about that sneaker ball.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm so
We're gonna talk about that
excited.
sneaker ball.
I'm so
But
excited.
before I let you go, I got 3 questions that I want to ask you before I let you get up out of here.
Okay.
One of the questions is, one, who's your biggest influence and why?
I mean, if the listeners, the viewers didn't get it by now, that girl always talking about her mama and daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. My biggest influencers are my mother and my father. As I stated earlier in the interview, I would not be where I'm at in life at this present moment if it wasn't for them.
Exactly.
Even when I fell short when I was younger, the mistakes I made when I was younger, me being hard headed, stubborn,
Right.
disobedient, all of that good stuff when I was younger, them still loving me, them still being there for me, them still pushing me, instilling in me. Scripture is so true. It's so true. If you train up a child in the way that they should go, when they get old, they ain't gonna depart from it. They may
Nope.
be wayward right now. They may be doing their own thing right now. They may be not wanting to listen right now. But listen, when they get older and they come into maturity and they grow up, that will be back in their head. I remember when my mama and daddy used to say. I
Yep.
remember when my dad used to. I remember when I wish I would have listened back then, but it's okay. It was all a part of my journey.
There
And
you go.
so them pushing me from then till now, it's because of them I'm even at this level, to be able to come out of my shell, to be able to open up, to be able to speak to people, to be able to look at people eye to eye. My mother has her own business, Reasonable Service, her nonprofit. Guess what? Shine Honey, my own business, nonprofit. Just nuggets and little things that they did. My dad being the great leader that he is, guess what? It's raised up in me. Now I'm a great leader. I may have not knew it back then, but all of that they put into me, now I'm walking it out. And so that's why they're my greatest influencers, because if it wasn't for them, when I was younger and what I was dealing with, I could have been gone a long time ago, or not in my right mind, or who knows. But because of them, and they were steadfast and they love, I am where I am today. So I owe it, besides first to God using them, my creator, then using my parents. They're my influencers.
There we go. And I think with anybody, your parents should be your biggest influence
Yeah.
because number one, they're the ones that brought you here, but also they're the ones that taught you a lot of the lessons that you learned, but also pulled you to the side when you had to learn a lesson because they helped you through through the hurt that lesson put you in.
Oh
So
yeah.
I
That,
suppose
yeah.
definitely understand that.
That's listen, when I say they the truth, they the truth. They the truth. They gonna hold you accountable, child or not. They're gonna hold you accountable. And that's what a lot of us need in life. And I think we would be so further off if we had accountability partners, if we had people that we were accountable to. Hey, I'm dealing with this. I'm going through this. But to just sometimes deal with stuff on our own.
Right.
Nobody's there to speak life back into you. No, they gonna hold me accountable. My mama said it all the time. She got probably be on you the hardest, but it's made me, and it's yet making me into who God is having me to be for this time.
That's it. That's it. So second
Yes.
question. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but I want you to elaborate on this. The word legacy means a lot to a lot of people, so it's very subjective. So what does that word mean to you?
Wow, that's a big one. Legacy. Legacy is carry on. What's left? When a person leaves Earth, what is it of that person that is going to be left behind for the next generation to know of, to understand of that person, to learn of that person? That's what legacy is. The Rogers legacy. My father, Rogers. My mother married into Rogers. My grandfather, Rogers. My grandfather was a pastor. My dad was a pastor. My mom's dad was a pastor. She's a pastor. So it's like generational. Their parents were pastors. They became pastors.
Right.
Look at the next generation. So that's what legacy is. Legacy is leaving a mark in the earth so that those up under you, that next generation, can follow in your footsteps and carry it out.
There you go. I love that. I love that. Now, the add-on question to that is, or should I'll ask this. Do you also believe that legacy is also about who's pouring into you as well as what you're pouring out to other people?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
See,
I
like
believe
minds think alike.
I believe that.
Like
I
minds think alike.
Yes, I honestly believe that. And I mean, how could I leave a footprint in the earth, or how could I carry the legacy out if I didn't have certain people pouring into me?
There you go.
Well, in the spiritual realm, the oil, the anointing.
Yeah.
There was Abraham, Isaac, and then Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob poured into next generation, then the next generation, then the next generation. Yes, who pours into your life helps you to then be able to, guess what, do the same thing for other people. That's a legacy.
There you
Yes.
go. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last question before I let you give yourself a shameless plug. Looking at your life from birth to now,
Okay.
add in your life experiences, and also everything else that you can factor in between. What stage of your marathon are you in? Are you at the start, the middle part, or the finish?
Wow. That's really good. I would say, I'm laughing because this is what my mama tells me. This is what she tells me. She says, Shika, you ain't even out the gate yet. Which means, which means to me, I would say I'm in the middle. I can't say beginning because in the beginning, I wasn't who I am now.
Right.
In the beginning, it's like I was fragmented. I wasn't at peace. I wasn't content. I wasn't whole. So I can't say the beginning. I've learned from all of that.
Right.
Now it's like I'm here in the middle. And now it's like I'm gaining all of this knowledge and understanding and wisdom to get to my ending, to get to where I'm going. I can see it. I'm like looking above the gate. The gate is creeping open, but I ain't fully came out just yet.
Exactly. Exactly.
Not just yet.
I like that. So I got a bonus question for you, and then I'm gonna let
Okay.
you get up out of here.
Okay.
Your husband, the amazing man that he is,
Yes.
and I don't say that lightly because I
Mhm.
don't say that lightly because I know the dude personally.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much of a support system and how much of a pusher has he been for you?
That's really good. I mean, when sometimes when I'm allowed to minister, um, when I get up, when I say that he is my rock, I give honor and bless God for my rock. It's not just our last name, but it's because he truly is my rock. Like you wouldn't, I'm sure I can't say you couldn't imagine, because I'm sure you know what type of guy he is.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
but I mean, he supports, he pushes, he prays. When I think, I can't do this, I can't. What the people going, what this, what that? He's about, listen, she could do it. It's in you. Do it. I'm behind you. Matter of fact, here, let me push this for you. Let me market this for you. Let me get this video. A lot of them reels and stuff that I have on, that's him doing that for me. He's the one, because I'm not really good at that stuff, but he's the one that's like, it's your time, it's your season, run. With it. So he's like 110% behind me, praying for me, lifting me up, encouraging me. When I'm done ministering or whatever I'm doing, I come down. Guess what? He right there to pray my spirits right back up, to encourage me.
There you go.
So I mean, yeah, he's another one that's helping me, get to where I need to be.
Nothing. I'm gonna say this, y'all, and I know she could go back me up on this. There's nothing like having a spouse or a significant other
Hmm.
that not only backs you up but also pushes you forward.
Yeah, yeah, right, absolutely.
That particular part of it, that I will the feeling in and of itself is priceless,
Hmm.
and it's it's also reassuring to know that having somebody available there for you when you do fall, and they're
Yeah,
able to stick there to put their hand out, and say, "Hey, come on, get up, dust it off,
right,
and let's try it again."
right. Yes, yeah.
So that is important. That is important. And like I said, I know the dude personally. So, man, look, that guy right there. That's I could I call him my homie, but I call him my homie. But
Yeah,
since we're both guys that
yeah,
served before, so we both know what
right.
that's like.
I'm
So
telling you, if you got him and a friend, you got a good friend, because he got you. He
a
gonna be
very
there
good
for you.
friend,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
very
he
good
gonna
friend,
be
and I
there.
know we haven't spoken that in a while, but
Hmm.
I'm good. That's going. I'm gonna rectify that part of it. That because that's not on him. That's on me. So I'm gonna rectify that part of it. But I'm
That's
gonna give
growth in you
you,
to admit that. That's growth in you to admit that. I love it. I love
but
that.
I'm gonna give you this chance to give yourself a shameless plug.
Ah!
So I want you to tell everybody in our listening viewer audience who you are, what your organization is, where they can find you at on social media, and also if there's a website for the organization, by all means, give that to everybody. So you have the floor.
Wow. Okay, this is my first time doing this, y'all. So shameless plugs, I don't know how to do, but we're gonna work through it. So basically, I am Yachika. The CH is like an SH, but it's Yachika. Everybody calls me Shika. I have this business, this Shine Honey business. That's my nonprofit. It's a nonprofit. We just literally um, about 2 months ago just got legalized in the state of Florida. So we are legal. We are legit. Do you hear me? I say, yeah.
Legal and
You look
legit. That's
me up
what
on
that is.
some bids. Yes, you look me on some bids, you're gonna see Shine Honey Incorporated right there. So we in business. What I would like to say is that anybody would like to collaborate with Shine Honey. If you have any daughters, if you have any young ladies in your family, if you have some friends, co-workers, neighbors, or whoever that you know their daughters or the young ladies may be dealing with something, they may be struggling with something, they may be going through something, connect with me. Look me up. Hit me up. Link up with me. Whether you're in Florida or not. Because Shine Honey is a brand and we not just local, okay? We national.
Right.
We we traveling. We going across the globe, across the water bodies, all of that good stuff. So look me up, get with me. I would love to connect with you, see what it is that I can help you with in regards to that young lady. You can find me on Facebook, Yachika Raquel, which is Yachika, and it's RA''CQUEL. You can find me on Facebook, Yachika Raquel. You can find me on Instagram. It's under Shine Honey. I'm under Shine Honey on Instagram. Um, if you want to email me, and you're not on social media, you can email me at shinehunni@gmail.com. Now, the honey is spelled HUNNI. Okay, so it's SHINE, shine, and then honey, HUNNI, @gmail.com. So that email is for those of you that's not on social media. Because if you're on social media, Facebook, you can inbox me. Instagram, you can inbox me. But if you're not on social media, email me, shinehunni@gmail.com. Again, I'm looking for collaborations. If you want to be a partner, if you want to be a sponsor, this year we're doing sponsorships, or I'm sorry, next year, going in 2024, we're going to be doing sponsorships. So if you have a nonprofit, or you have a business or an organization, or you know of people that may want to sponsor, become a sponsor of Shine, hit me up, message me. We're going to be doing like gold, silver, platinum, all type of good stuff. And so once you hit me up, and I can give you the information on what all that entails, as well. And so, did I miss anything? Let me see. We got email. We got
You got a
social
website?
media, website. Um, working on a website. We're working on a website. If you do want to just donate, I do accept donations. I do accept donations. And of course, again, it's all going towards my business. My business cash app is $Shine Honey, which is $SHINEHUNNI. And all that money does is just sit there, and I just let it pile up. Again, half of it is going towards, will be going towards just sitting there, for when I find a building and we get the groundbreaking and, add it to the grants and everything that's going to start flowing in. And then the other half is actually going to start going towards what I have to get for the show starting next year. We're going to have to find a building. With buildings, you're going to have to put a deposit down. We're going to have to, find a caterer, pay for, decor, all type of stuff. So again, if you would like to donate to the cause, ultimately all of this is going towards us building a better community here within the city of Tampa and worldwide, to get the young ladies off of the streets, to get them in a safe place, to let them know that we are here for them, that we care for them, and that we want the betterment of our communities. Again, it's not just here in Tampa, but this is worldwide. That people, and you're watching or you're tuning in, and you say, hey, I think she got a good thing going on, but I'm not in Tampa. Don't let that hinder you. We can
Nope.
still be a part. We can get started. We can hook up a Shine Honey in Washington. We can do one in Colorado. It doesn't matter. Don't let that hinder you. You can still be a blessing to the cause, and know that the Bible says that when you give, it shall be given to you. It doesn't have to be just monetary. You can give by just sharing a post. When it comes to that, you can give by just liking a post, commenting, telling somebody else about it. Everything does not have to be monetary. We would appreciate it, but you can still support in other ways. But I think that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed me.
I did. I don't know about nobody else, but I did. Man,
I
look,
hope
I,
you
I
enjoyed.
first of all, Sheikah, I enjoyed this time that we had tonight, man. I appreciate you taking the time out of a Friday evening to hang out with me for a little
Yes,
while. Um,
yes,
tell Anthony thank you for allowing me to borrow you for a little bit.
yes. Of course, I will.
And
He
tell him
doing his own thing right
ah.
now anyway. So.
But look, man, look, this has been a very, very great show tonight, man, and an empowering show as well, man. I want y'all to connect with her, connect with Yachika, please, and thank you. The email was already up there, and I will share it again for y'all. Who, if you didn't see it the first time, I will share it again for y'all to see. So if you want to reach out to her directly, there's the email right there.
Yes.
ShineHunni@gmail.com.
Yep.
Y'all want to reach out to her directly? Y'all want to collaborate?
Mm-hmm.
Hit her up via email. If you guys
Yes.
want to donate,
Yes. Yes.
here's the cash app. There's a
Yes.
cash app.
Yep.
Now keep in mind, donations are welcome.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's not a requirement. If you
Right.
want to donate your time, your energy
Yes.
to this, that is more than welcome, y'all. Trust me,
Yes.
this is not about a monetary thing.
And
This is about changing the lives of these of young girls that are affected by the conditions, not only that they live in, but the conditions that they're on that they're continually exposed to.
mhm, mhm.
So look at here.
Yeah, I mean, if you know, like I said, and it does not have to just be here. If you may know somebody like, hey, I know of a model. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I know of a DJ. Hey, I know of some designers. I'm looking for more designers for this upcoming show because we had so many rave reviews. We're looking for more designers. I had 5 this go round. This 2024, we're gonna double it. I need 10 designers.
Ooh.
So if you're a designer in the area, you're an up and coming designer. You may be in college or school, but you make your own clothes. Hit me up. Hit me up. I'd like to see your work. See what you got going on and see can't you be a part of what we got going on in 2024?
Look here. I'm telling y'all, because I'm gonna try to see if I can insert myself in that as like a media thing. We'll talk about that though.
Oh,
We'll
that
talk
would
about
be
that.
dope. That
We
would
gonna
be so dope. Yes.
we
That would
gonna
be dope.
we'll talk
That
about
would yeah, that
we
would
gonna
be
talk about
dope.
that for
Yeah, we
sure.
got to talk about some stuff.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, for sure. But
Yes.
look, look, first and foremost, I've enjoyed you tonight, Yashika. Look,
Thank you.
I will keep telling you, keep pushing that rock forward, keep moving forward, and the work that you're doing out here is a is doing a good is a good work, and I know that people are being impacted. I know that people are being impacted because not only they're being impacted by the message that you give, but they're also being impacted by seeing how you move and how you operate. And
Yeah,
that to me, that is the biggest thing. When people see how you move and how you operate, they see that and they want to emulate that.
that's what's up. That's
And
what's up.
the people are gonna be doing a lot of emulating of you here after a while. So be prepared for that.
That's what's up.
Be
That's what's up.
prepared for that. But yo, man, look here,
I'm so
y'all.
appreciative. I'm
Oh,
so grateful. I'm so again, as I stated before, I'm humbled. I'm honored that I had that. And I'm grateful that I had the time to come on because I think we had said one day.
yeah.
And, yeah, and I'm like again prioritizing. I'm like I got to do this. Let me make some time. Let me just set this aside. This can hold off a minute. So I got ahead of my schoolwork. So I'm like, oh, I got some time now. We went ahead and knocked some assignments out till the middle of November. So
There you
I'm
go.
good. I'm good.
There you
Yeah, so
go.
I'm appreciative, Fred. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be able to come on and share a little
Oh,
bit of myself and my business and what I got going on and all of that good stuff. And I pray blessings into your radio show, your radio station, what you have going to your
oh.
life and to your endeavors and to your businesses, that it prosper, that it
Woo.
is successful, that it overflow, and that the hand of God be bestowed upon you just for your heart of allowing me this platform. I pray that
Oh,
into your business.
you. I appreciate that. You do not give me the misty eye thing over here. Don't do that.
Don't do
Look,
that.
don't
Don't
do
do
that.
it.
Don't
Don't
do
do
that.
it. Yes,
Nope.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then I guess I ain't got a choice then.
Yes, sir.
Look,
I
I
appreciate you.
I enjoyed you immensely, man. I appreciate you being here tonight, man. Look, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, man, introducing the sub and then reintroducing the others, man. Miss Yachika Rock, the per
Thank you.
the lady, the visionary behind Shine Honey, man. Y'all connect with her, man, via email and check out what she's got going on, man. Check out her Instagram page and check out
Yes.
her Facebook page. There's so many pictures that she got of that of that
Yeah.
fashion show. Y'all
Yes.
need to check that out for sure. I promise you will not be disappointed. But as we close out tonight, man, I want to just throw a thought out here real quick for y'all, really quickly. When we talk about doing the work, are we really doing the work or are we just posturing? Doing the work involves being out on the front lines. Doing the work involves meeting people where they are, irrespective of financial status, irrespective of race, irrespective of gender, sexual orientation. Just meet people where they are. If you're not meeting people where they are, you're doing them a disservice. You're disrespecting who they are as a person. You're also not being attentive to what they're doing, to what their immediate needs are. So if you're out here doing the work, make sure that you pay attention. Pay attention to the person that's in front of you and meet them directly where they are. It doesn't matter of their financial status. It doesn't matter of their social status. It doesn't matter of their sexual orientation or their gender. Just meet them where they are.
Amen.
Give them a hand where nobody else would give them a hand. Because if you're actually doing the work, those people will be impacted by your actions. And to me, actions speak way louder than any words could ever be produced. That's my thought for today, y'all. We gonna get up out of here, man. But make sure you guys tune in Saturday for Critical Conversations. Man, my sis LSG got a great show for you guys Friday, Saturday, tomorrow night. And then we got a premiere of Sofa and Chats with T and K. And they got a great show for you guys on Wednesday. They're gonna be talking about mental health. Y'all tune in because that's gonna be a good one. But other than that, y'all, man, y'all continue to follow us on our social media platforms and everywhere else that we are as far as audio streaming platforms. Look, it's been a great show. Sure, it's been a great show, y'all. Look, I love y'all to life. I love y'all to live. The three things I always say as I always end these shows: number one, take care of each other. Number two, be good to each other. Number three, we all know there's a very crazy world out here today. So above all the two things that I mentioned, y'all please be safe out here, man. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend and y'all keep pushing the rock forward and y'all keep doing the work. I'm gonna take y'all home with a song and we gonna make it do what it do. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all. Peace.